Good day, everybody. Today I'm going to show a demo of REST API automated using Serenity BDD and continuously integrated with GitLab. So this is the feature file. So as the demo progress, I will be providing more information. I'm going to update this code and push it into GitLab. See, the code is being pushed to GitLab. Let me quickly navigate to the GitLab and let me refresh the browser. If you see before 36 seconds, a code push has happened. Right now, I'm navigating to the CI/CD pipelines. So a build has started and the build execution is in progress. So I have chosen GitHub API as application under test. The, the REST API is automated using Serenity BDD and continuously integrated with GitLab. So the execution has begun. Here I am doing a repository search in the Git API. A repository search is performed on various scenarios such as fetching the total repository, specifying more than one programming languages and retrieving and validating the results, fetching more than one, fetching for specific users, fetching for most starred repository, a negative scenario such as passing special characters. All these scenarios were automated. If you see in the feature file, all the scenarios has been automated and data has been parameterized. So the validation occurs in two different stages here, in then and in and. The first validation is whether the programming language returned, for example, if you are specifying more than one programming language, whether programming language is returned or not is validated, and then whether the sorting query or ordering query is working or not. This both are validated. Here in this run, all test cases are expected to pass. Once the execution is complete, let us review the logs and reports generated. So there are no failures and 8 test cases are executed and 8 test cases are passed. There are no skipped or any test cases with errors. Let me navigate quickly to the logs which are being generated. So these are the logs which are being generated. For example, if we are specifying validating whether validating the total count is validated. If we are sorting by stars, most starred items, those results are all captured in this log. So I have navigated to the report which is being generated. Let me open the report and see how it looks. Let us review the report which was generated. So this is the report which is being generated. So as you see, all the test cases are passed and there are no failures. These are the various tags under which the test cases has been passed. Let us navigate to the individual test scenarios and see what has happened. So this is the first scenario. In the first scenario, these are the sample data which is taken and there are no failures. So these are the queries which are sent for each and every scenario. The parameterized data is sent as a query parameter, and this is the detail about the first scenario. In similar way, all the other scenarios are all captured and everything is being logged. So let me add a few more scenarios, a few more test data to this existing scenario and see how the test case execution happens. So I have added these two rows of data now here, and I'm going to add further one more row of data here. Let me change the username to some other username. So I have updated this data. So this two row of data has been added in specifying more than one programming language, and this data has been added fetch repository for specific user. Let me quickly push the code to GitHub and GitLab and see how the continuous integration occurs. So the code has been pushed to GitLab. Let me quickly navigate to the GitLab. Let me navigate to the repositories. In the repositories, let us see whether the code push is reflecting or not. So this is the code push which has happened 31 seconds ago, and the code push is successful. Let me navigate to the pipeline. So the pipeline has started automatically, and this is in pending status. So the test execution has started. So here the newly added test data and test for the test cases are expected to fail. Once the execution is complete, let us review the logs and report generated. To summarize, a Git API, that is REST API, which is application under test, is automated using Serenity BDD, and it is continuously integrated with GitLab. In GitLab, once the code push notification is received, the pipeline gets automatically triggered, and as it is integrated with the local Windows machine runner, the test execution occurs in the local machine GitLab runner, and the results will be available for review in the local machine. So the test case execution has completed. As you see, there are 11 test cases. Previously, it was 8, and right now we have added 3. So 11 test cases is executed, 8 test case has been passed, and 3 test cases has been failed. Let me quickly navigate to the logs and the report which is being generated and review those results. So this is the log which is being generated. So we have specified more than one programming languages, there is a failure, right? So we have asked to check whether sort by folks and whether it is in descending order. If you see here, there is a mismatch. That's why there is a failure in the test case. And the second test case, in the second test case, let us review here. So here there is a mismatch between the time generated in the updated time generated. It should be in descending order, but it is not in the descending order. And the third test case which we have enclosed is for specific user. Yeah, here if you see there is a in the minutes there is a time difference. So that's the reason this is failing. Let me quickly navigate to the report and review the reports which is being generated. So this is the report which is being generated. As you see, there is 27 percentage of failure and 73 percentage of past results. Let me navigate to the results, and these are the data which we have added to the existing test case, and this data has been failed. Let me navigate further. The newly added data are failing due to the assertion error. Let me navigate to the results again. Let me navigate to this. Yeah, here the newly added data is failing due. Let us check what is the reason. That is because of assertion error, and as we have already reviewed the log, this is the final review which we have made. So to summarize one last time, yeah, Git Git API, which is a REST API, which is automated using Serenity BDD and continuously integrated with GitLab. And when a code change occurs in a local repository and when it is pushed to the GitLab, the pipeline is automatically triggered and pipeline execution occurs. As there is an integration between GitLab and local Git runner, the execution occurs in the local machine and results are published in the local machine. The salient features of this BVD and this framework is business users can run and update the test data very easily. It is useful for management people to review the report as well as to modify data. From developer point of view, from a test automation engineer point of view, code is organized very well and it can be maintained easily. And we can, due to this, we can change or update the code whenever it is needed, and it can be incorporated in a very subtle manner. That's all for the demo. Thanks for watching.